Hello there, welcome to the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. We qualified P1 for Piastri, P6 for Duhan. Had a bit of a marine qualifying again. It's currently lacking a little bit, might just be form, might just be, you know, the fact that he isn't there mentally. I don't know if that's part of the game, but he's had a couple of bad qualifyings in a row. 9th in Monaco, 6th now in Baku. Piastri and Duhan are in equal machinery, so it could be, again, Piastri's chance just being generally better, but we'll have to see. We had a reasonably good practice setup, 93% on both our drivers, and we've also put in the new ERS because the old one's starting to get low. We'll see a bit of a, you know, loss of engine power here. 85% is where we start to decline slightly. So we had a good engine for the last couple of races. We'll be using this one now in a lower mode for a while, but that should be fine. Now, what I'm thinking here to be cheeky is we're going to run Piastri, since he is in P1, we're going to run him on a tree stopper. An aggressive strategy for sure. We'll go medium, medium soft maybe. We can make that work. We'll have to see. Not, we'll go medium, medium hard, but it seems like it might be doable to pull this off. But it'll be on the limit, if you will, so we might have to run the last stint a bit more conservatively, but I think we can give it a go. This is with aggressive. If we go down to, sorry, attack, if we go down to aggressive, we should be okay. So we're going to try this again. It's just because of how good our car is. Now, for Duhan, I'm thinking we're going to do this sort of two-stopper. I don't know why. When I see three of these, I just want to say three-stopper, even though it's not even remotely close to what it is. We're going to be running a few more laps on the mediums, an extra lap on the hards, and this should be okay. That way he'll be able to push on all three tire sets, and hopefully he'll be able to make his way up to the podium places. So that is the strategy. We're going to be pushing hard. We currently have the best car after getting new rear wing and suspension fitted last weekend out. So it's going to be interesting.
The Azerbaijan Grand Prix.
Will Piastri get a good start here? No, a little bit slow by looks of things. Verstappen will get the overtake here into the first corner. I forgot to actually put these on, so it's kind of my bad actually. There we are. Now Duhan, we're going to be looking at him mainly, down into 7th now. Back up in 6th. Should be able to take the Ferrari as well. And Piastri has retaken his spot. We're going to put him into deploy here, and we'll see if we can create a pocket.
Okay,
now,
good.
Duhan is going to keep on trying to gain positions. Let's see how Piastri overtook Verstappen.
Now we see the Williams here.
Just got it on straight line speed. Very good.
Use the rest.
Which is also a bit concerning because, in theory, our car and the Red Bull has similar straight line speed. So, oh, that was close to the wall.
Good job.
So it might hint towards, oh, that's damage.
Let's see what happened there. Now we see the Williams.
Did he get a spin? We don't see it. Luckily, we saw it from the first person, though. It seems like he survived, though, with no real damage. Yeah, we're good. He made it through without really getting any big sort of damage, which is very nice. He keeps his position because he basically blocked the track. I'm just wondering how far behind he is going to be the rest of the pack. A little bit, not too harsh, so that's good. Virtual safety car. Can ignore this. So let's see if we get a better angle this time.
Now we see the Williams here. Dear me, they won't have been expecting that.
We're actually quite lucky there. So the rear tire got whacked into the wall. The wing could potentially have taken some damage there, but it didn't, according to this. So we'll have to see. I don't know if we'll discover damage later, but definitely an interesting one, for sure.
Full deploy.
So let's see here if Piastri can create that pocket we want. And he already has, basically. Put it to neutral. We did lose some tire lap, as you can see. Down to 84 versus 94. So it's actually good then for Duhan because he has a little bit to go on. So we did damage the tires ever so slightly. So not a great situation by any means, but it's not a completely bad one either.
Okay, there's a big crash.
Another safety car? Sorry, virtual safety car? Let's see who crashed this time, do you think?
We've had a crash.
Vettel?
Let's take a closer look. Now look at this. It was the Alpha Tauri driver involved.
A little bit more damage than we gained. Also held up the rest of the pack there, so... yeah, we're getting some gaps here due to accidents. We'll have to see if Duhan can catch up with Sainz and, of course, Verstappen later on, but for the time being it looks good. Piastri is still gaining in front. So, I'd say currently we're in a good position. We're going to allow Duhan to harvest a little bit since he is now on, you know, the tail of Sainz. Allowing him to, you know, catch up a bit. We're going to go down on fuel usage just to be safe. We could probably burn still fuel without having too many problems, but for the time being we're just going to allow things as they are. Duhan, I forgot the virtual safety car disables DRS. Going to allow him to deploy a little bit. And he's now fighting Sainz, so we're looking good. Should be able to get him on straight. Nope. Sainz doesn't have DRS though, so we might have to see here. Let's push the fuel since we're behind the car. That should allow him to get that little extra amount of speed maybe. Up into third, very good. And now it's basically try and hunt down Verstappen.
Let's have a look. Now we see the Williams here.
Got him into the corner. Very good. Now, again, we did lose a bit of tire life here, so we might have to pit him a little bit earlier. It's either that or we go down to aggressive on the tire usage, which could also be an option. Let's deploy some ERS here, and we'll see if we can maybe catch up to Verstappen. And we're actually caught up, but at the same time we wasted all of our ERS.
Check the DRS.
Let's recover for a while. Is that Piastri now with a 10-second lead? Very good. And we'll recover before the main straight. There we are. Then we'll go neutral.
And a new position.
And
gained by Williams.
Duhan overtook, but then got re-overtaken.
Now we see the
I think.
here.
Guess he got him before... yeah, he got him before the main straight, which is why Verstappen had DRS and then overtook Duhan again. Not really a big surprise there.
Red Bull moved up.
Duhan is actually almost, you know, making a pretty good gap here to Verstappen. But we are going to have to pit him on this lap onto the hards. So we'll just do that. He'll come out in around the 10th position, so not great, but should be okay. Stroll with a little bit of a spinner. Came out in 10th, good. Also came out in clean air, so we can now push a bit here. See if we can catch up to the rest of the pack. Can also push fuel a bit. Piastri still has about 1 lap left in those tires. He's currently just gone past the pit lane. So let's go ahead and follow the suggestion and pit him onto a new set of mediums. He'll come out behind, you know, potentially Leclerc if he's unlucky, but Leclerc should also pit, if not this one, lap next one. So consider it from that angle, we're still good. Yeah. Gonna have to try and hunt down Verstappen, but again, Verstappen shouldn't be too far away from pitting himself. So all in all, we are still in a very, very good position. Let's just allow time to pass. Piastri in second, Duhan in third now. And we'll have a 1-2 once Verstappen pits, which is right now.
Very good. Lap time are good.
So
Good.
we're looking really good here. Verstappen and the rest of the team seems to be on a 1-stop though, since they went to the hard. So we'll have to try and get a gap here for Duhan too, which might be a little bit more challenging, seeing that you know, he's on the hard. Well, they're both on the hard, but it'll be a little bit more challenging. He has been driving as well as Piastri lately. And it seems like the interval between Duhan and Verstappen is more or less constant, maybe getting a tenth a lap. So it's going to be challenging towards the end for him. Piastri should be good because, again, he's eking out at least a few tenths, if not half a second each lap. So we're doing fine right now, I dare say. Duhan is getting a little bit of time on Verstappen, so we'll have to see. We should be able to at least get the third here for him. So, again, not a bad performance. We're doing well. Is this a safety car crash? No, virtual safety car. Our third one, I think, so... Been a decent amount of accidents. Let's see what happened this time. Once we get the opportunity. Stroll.
Let's see what happened there. Now let's have a look. It's Lance Stroll.
Basically the same thing that Duhan did, but with more damage. So we were definitely lucky there that we didn't end up retiring Duhan after his crash. Definitely a bit lucky. We have some fuel to spare. Let's just push it at this point. Probably go down to just barely in the negatives. And
DRS.
that should be okay. Now, Duhan is getting closer to having, you know, the pit stop on Sainz and Leclerc, but still a bit off. So hopefully we can gain that in the next few laps by burning a bit of extra fuel. Also, Piastri here will be pitting this lap onto his set of softs. And we'll have to see here. He'll come out barely behind Verstappen. We actually have a safety car too. With that safety car, we're actually going to pit Duhan for mediums. Just to make sure that we can run aggressive until the end of the race. And we're actually in a great position to pull this off. So yeah, let's do that. Piastri should also be fine with pitting here. Under the safety car. Norris is out. Let's see what happened to him.
Now. Watch this. We're looking at Lando Norris.
Ooh, that's a hard hit. Right into the wall. Piastri keeps first. Duhan is probably going to fall a little bit down the line. Well, down the order, if you will. Decent pit stop from him. Very good. Let's see where he ends up. He's down in third, so he's going to be behind Verstappen, but that is perfectly fine by us. He did jump the Ferraris by doing this, and again, we can now just burn the mediums as much as we want towards the end, so it's a great situation for us to be in. We'll, of course, go harvest, and hopefully here we can have Duhan jump Verstappen. Piastri should be able to get away from Verstappen too, so we might be lucky here and have this situation, this safety car, give us an easy 1-2 instead of a 1, potentially third.
Safety car in this lap, so just prepare for restart.
Okay, let's prepare the restart. We're going to use deploy on Piastri. Duhan, we're going to do a little bit different.
Make sure you
and
energy.
Let's just watch this restart map because it could be a bit interesting. We are behind a back marker between us and Verstappen. So we could potentially, you know, get stuck and lose some time. But hopefully we will not. So there we go. Piastri has gone. Now can Duhan here actually get... Oh. Yeah, okay. That was a pretty bad move from Ricciardo. Can Duhan now get the run on the Red Bull? Maybe. Because Verstappen didn't pit, he's still on old hards. Most of the field are. And that should be Duhan ahead, maybe? Will Verstappen get him here on the next turn? Came back at him, but we have better acceleration out of it, so we're good. We'll put him to neutral. Actually, we'll put him to harvest for a little bit. And we'll allow Piastri to just, you know, sail off into the sunset for now. And we'll
There's an overtake from Williams.
We'll do the same for Duhan once he has a little bit more ERS to play with. So we'll recover for a couple laps, and then we'll go back on the aggression here. Well, actually, also, since we already have 4 seconds, let's save up some for Piastri too, for fastest lap. And that should be alright. So, there we are. DRS this lap, which means that we probably don't want to waste too much ERS on this straight here. It'll help us stay ahead of Verstappen, but it will not create any sort of, you know, pocket for us. So we'll deploy for the rest here of the lap and hopefully gain that second by the time we get to the main straight. Looks like it's doable. Yeah, we have that second now. Let's go in neutral. And let's go neutral for Piastri too. And as you can see, we have the gaps here. They can just run this this way towards the end of the race. 6 laps to go. And yeah, we have fair gains there. Well, fair gaps there. With this, I think we might have just secured our 1-2 here in Baku too, which is very nice. Ten seconds down to Verstappen, very, very good. And do I want to go for fastest lap this lap? I think we just do. We don't have too much ERS. If we want to go faster lap for Duhan, we're going to have to harvest for this lap. There you go. Now you don't have a lot, but you can use it now here on this final lap.
That's your last lap, mate. Last lap.
Oh, Piastri is out. That's a bit of a disappointment. What happened to him? Let's run this a bit slower so that we might get to see what happened to Piastri.
Let's take a closer look.
I assume he just locked up and introduced himself to the wall. Yep. That might be a new couple of new parts though. We'll have to check afterwards how badly that hurt the, well, everything. Terminal chassis damage, I would assume so. Probably all parts of your car are going to need to be remanufactured. We did get first though.
We'll retire the
It's
car.
sad that we pushed for fastest lap, secured it, but crashed out, I guess, in the attempt. Crashing out on the final lap from first, that's a sad one. He one-upped Mr. Leclerc, but fastest lap there, 44.3, 44.9 for Duhan. So yeah, we do have a pretty dominating car, although the other teams were on hards, so it's no big surprise. In terms of points here, Duhan gains quite a bit, and actually, you know, separates himself a bit more from the rest of the field. We get a little bit gained on here by Red Bull, but in general, a good result since we got first. Wouldn't be too worried about it. So yeah, a good race. We had a lot of crashes, a lot of safety cars. Well, virtual safety cars and one real safety car. Bit disappointing there from Piastri at the end, but it's just how it is sometimes. He actually crashed out, but ended up higher than Ricardo and Stroll, funnily enough. But yeah, thank you for watching the race, and I hope you've enjoyed. Please subscribe and ding the bell. I would be very grateful if you would do so. And I hope to see you around next time. Bye bye.